the two programmes coming to an end. What happens now? What is the impact likely to be?
Well, we've had warnings for months, Tom, that there could be a spike in unemployment when the furlough scheme ends. But there's no sign of that in the latest jobs data, and the Bank of England doesn't expect one. What's more likely is that the oldest workers on lower incomes who were left on furlough will be pushed into early retirement. You could see a rise in underemployment, people going back to their old jobs on fewer hours. There's some sign of, some people think it's hopeful because you've got all these labour shortages, but it could be difficult to transfer the newly unemployed into those vacancies if they don't have the right skills. There are some people who argue that furlough should be extended, but that looks unlikely given that the UK's budget deficit reached a peacetime high last year. The Chancellor's already raising taxes to rein in the public finances. So what's more likely is a continued focus on skills, and Bloomberg Scoop last night were expecting giveaways, grants on the cost of living to the tune of £500 million in the coming days.
Lizzy, we had a couple of other energy companies actually going under because of the high prices that they couldn't keep up. We have inflation expectations rising. We also have now money markets expecting three increases from the Bank of England for 2022. I mean, what is this economy going to become?
Well, the fate of the million or so people who are the last left on furlough is really uncertain. That was clear from the Bank of England's minutes on Thursday. But it's not just that that's finishing. It's also, as you say, the temporary uplift in universal credit, £20 a week. That benefited 6 million people. So if you put those two things together, it piles pressure on household finances at a time where, as you say, inflation's rising, growth is slowing, and that means there's a real risk that the supply disruption that we've been seeing, of which the fuel shortages are only the latest symptom, could combine with lower household spending, weaker consumer confidence, and really put the recovery into reverse. It's at the same time as widening the gap between rich and poor.